welcome back to the second video of the Bollywood series where we're going to discuss Dil Chahta Hai, one of the best Bollywood movies ever made. Now, if you go back and look 25 years, or if you go back and look today as well, a lot of movies have not had the same impact as this one, but this movie is unique. Who in their right mind would have imagined that a time in Bollywood where everybody was just making a romantic movie, a comedy movie, or an action movie would actually be putting out a movie where three friends try to discover love in three different ways, and each one of them has a unique and interesting journey, all through that entire purpose before coming back to one last point, that is the ending of the movie. Now, don't get me wrong, this movie has problems. This movie does have inspirations which were never really revealed in public, but sometimes it's glaringly obvious. Today we're going to talk about this film. Please subscribe to my channel before we move ahead. It gives me a lot of motivation to make more new videos. So without any further delays, guys, let's get on to one of the best journeys ever. Before we start off, I am John, the creator of CineMania24x7, the channel dedicated to movies, music, physical media, books, video games, and pop culture. Now, this is the second video of the Bollywood series we have been trying to make for a long time, and now back to Dil Chahta Hai. Dil Chahta Hai is a very unique movie. At a time when most of the movies are still having very old school ways of filmmaking, and even the quality of those movies looks like it's stuck way back in the 90s, Dil Chahta Hai looks refreshing. Not because of the camera use, not because of the offbeat contemporary Western influences that the movie had, but there are some things that managed to sneak all these years after the film's initial release, and no wonder why Dil Chahta Hai still feels unique. The characterization, the way the actors talk, the costumes, the hairstyles, the beard of Aamir Khan, oh my god. This movie has had so much impact on pop culture that even a dedicated video on that could be made, which I'm of course not going to do for all obvious reasons. But getting back, Dil Chahta Hai has a very big impact on Hindi cinema. A film about three friends just after college trying to explore love in three different ways, each one of them having their own unique journey and unique perspectives, and then landing up to that one final point which changes their journey forever. Now, don't get me wrong, the movie's basic premise looks exactly like Saint Elmo's Fire from 1985, which is a movie that consists of the actors who were called as the Brat Pack back in the 80s. Now, a lot of the inspirations, even the opening scene of the movie, looks very reminiscent to that film. But what I liked a lot is that this movie managed to diverge from Saint Elmo's Fire in the best way possible, and it ended up being very, very iconic. In the sense that the Saint Elmo's Fire film is not very, very famous in Hollywood. It does have its own problems, and it's not regarded as a fine movie of that decade. Still watchable if you do like films of that era. But Dil Chahta Hai is unique because this is the first time you see Goa tourism being promoted to an entire generation of folks. Now, I don't want to talk about what Goa is today, but yeah, it has had crazy cultural impact that could actually take another video for me to explain. But if I just end this here, Dil Chahta Hai's cultural impact on India and Hindi cinema has been immense. Characters of the movie, I definitely can say that Akash, Sameer, and Siddharth were one of the best characters ever written on screen. Think about this. These guys are what? Uber rich Mumbai kids, South Bombay kids with lot of money. That's the reason why Amir Khan manages to catch his dad's Mercedes and go to Goa with his friends, 600 kilometers from Mumbai, and all after their college vacation, or let's say their college convocation. These guys don't even have jobs to begin with. They're not worried about jobs or security like us. Although the relatability factor of this movie is something that I do not agree with. These guys are literally the top creme de la creme of the country, not something that you and I must relate with. But that was not the intention of the director. I still agree with that. That's just one of the objections that I have coming from a different socioeconomic era. But I have to say that these guys were having the time of their lives. Just right after college, very young, looking forward to love, and of course, figuring out life in different ways. Akash ends up going to Australia. Sameer ends up running his dad's computer business. Siddharth is a painter who goes to his uncle's farmhouse for painting and stuff, and he attends a lot of these webinars and seminars. So sorry, seminars as well, where he goes and explores painting. Then he also falls in love with an older woman. More on that later. But yeah, this movie does have a very unique and unconventional premise, something never seen before in a Bollywood movie. Now that goes for at least full marks on the movie scale. The plot of the movie is absolutely impeccable. I haven't seen a movie like this in years, at least. Although there are many other movies that have incredibly beautiful and unconventional plots like this, but this one was just the beginning of what we could say as Bollywood entering a new era, a new century, a new millennium for that matter. A little criticism here though, I always felt that the heroines of the movie never really got much screen time. Now, this is not to say that they didn't do good work. They were great. Sonali Kulkarni as Saif Ali Khan's love interest, really well. Preity Zinta as Aamir Khan's love interest, worked well as well. Dimple Kapadia as the woman who's older than all the entire five names that I mentioned in the film, she also did a great job. A divorced alcoholic mother with lots of issues who wasn't able to see her daughter. She just wants to see her, but then her husband doesn't let her. She has issues and stuff like that, and the movie has a lot of things here and there. Quite mature for a 2001 film, considering I haven't seen movies like that tackle such sensitive issues even up to this date. But yeah, this movie managed to be very bold in that way, and they did it very well. I really feel that the heroines of the movie deserved a lot more than they actually got. But nonetheless, that was what the movie was. So yeah, this is the point for the heroines. If you ever plan on revisiting this particular film, do revisit the soundtrack as well. Personally, this particular movie has one of the best soundtracks in Bollywood. Trust me. Shankar Ehsaan Loy's beautiful music still resonates after 25 years of the film's release, and the movie is going to turn 25 next month, if I'm not mistaken. But next month we'll be carrying out Jurassic Park related stuff, so I'm not going to touch this movie again. That's the reason I'm doing it now. Dil Chahta Hai has one of the best scores I've ever seen in an entire film. Even the background music is so well made. There's an entire video of around 39 or 40 minutes something which has the entire background score of the film. You can go check it out on YouTube. It's freely available and I hope you like it as well. But if you ask me, a personal favorite song, that would definitely have to be the disco song, the one where Aamir, Akshay, and Saif Ali Khan are dancing. I guess it's Koi Kahe Kehta Rahe. Yes, that particular song is a banger, even after all these years. Anyway, that is the point for music. I think we should wrap up the video with two more sections, and that'll be it for today. As a Gen Z kid, if I summarize this movie, it has brilliant acting, very good performances, an unconventional premise, an unconventional ending as well, which I will not spoil for those people who have never seen this film, and of course the idea that the soundtrack also is banger even after all these years of the release. But some of the points that I will be very critical on would definitely be the relatability factor. The characters you see in the movie are uber rich South Bombay kids who have lots of money. We are not living life like them where they have the privilege to take out their dad's Mercedes and go 600 kilometers from Mumbai to Goa for a trip. They're literally staying in hotels, having fun. There's a guy who's being sent to Australia to take care of their dad's business. Not the kind of environment I was raised on, but that's just a personal observation. The female characters could have had a lot more impact in the movie, which they didn't. The only performer that shines out in the end in the female section is definitely Dimple Kapadia as Tara Jaiswal, who is the middle-aged alcoholic divorced mother who has issues of her own. That was there, and of course the idea that Farhan Akhtar's direction is still brilliant after all these years of the film's release. That will be the entire video for the day. I will take my leave from now. I've been a little ill but trying to recover very soon. Thank you so much, guys. Please keep buying films on physical media. That's the best and the most amazing way to protect movies for long. Stay safe, bye bye, and Godspeed.